That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh,
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry.
oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that they disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association... Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association...
So you'd like us to investigate the
Exactly, you're right on the Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe like the...
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good...
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish?
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the... Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of... The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone...
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what
My father would always describe it as a beautiful... Even though the tales... And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them...
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale?
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein... Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child...
So you mean someone really...
It's all hearsay, so it's both the Is it really...
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still...
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look. These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around. Wait! Did you hear something? What is that?
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp!
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's... Following her request, I've named the toy...
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait!
Yeah, but, she made a special request. It's alright, though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though.
The fish? Ah, I think I may have. These past few weeks, I've been taking thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of. So, all that about the disappearance.
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked in?
Yes, I think that's quite.
Whew. So in the end, it was just Framine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the...
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. What? Thanks for offering.
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
But don't you need to report back?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out. Even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish... If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly, so if we can help you...
Is that what you... Huh. I've stored thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. So that's Fremine's version of thelxie. It's also penguin.
Yep. Had thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends. It's not really anywhere famous.
Hey, thelxie. Nice to meet you.
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, as it stands, thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't...
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you...
No, there's no need. That was... I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration.
That doesn't sound too hard.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find thelxie some colorful shells and coral.
A weapon? Will thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand.
What an imaginative employer. Naming thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look...
Well, regardless of his role or species, thelxie's...
Whoa, thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what...
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of...
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work.
Sounds good. The mother... Here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed. Okay. You're doing well.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just... Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment. Okay, that's good. Just let me know. It should be right over there. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been.
I'm sorry, Madame Destray. I must have kept.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are.
They're two of my trustworthy companions.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremine's employee?
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course.
Obsessed with the
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you.
Sure, you can tell.
Ah, what a lovely... Simply put, parents came up with a story. Painting water imps as scary
Infatuated? With a water?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind,
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What do you...
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with... It's a...
Oh no. Is it a very...
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the...
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have...
The family doctor has already begun to treat...
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate...
Then what is he seeing and...
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent...
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a love...
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasy?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case...
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the...
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world, but since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book.
So Zuria's son also saw thelxie as a penguin. Oh,
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. We'll need to chase away his loneliness.
but if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey, but my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to...
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question.
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for...
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the kingdom of water imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll...
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, nice.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to... Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, we temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also...
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends...
That's great news. I must thank you all. All right, everyone. Let's meet...
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think...
Let's discuss that over by the tent.
What is it, Fremine?
If you don't mind me, this is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be—
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just
It's not that I'm not optimistic.
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about.
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just— They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind to and from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes.
What? It could get that serious? And you're
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too.
Really?
Yeah! After all, we'll just be using a toy as thelxie and some ruins as the king.
Well, I think— But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his—
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh.
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark. Hey, why did you put that?
It's just— Anyway, and Pear?
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear—
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and— It might just be—
Specific times? Like,
Yeah.
really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? I have a similar feeling when I put on—
Really? Like a miracle?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, now's not the time! Fremine still has thelxie's weapon to make. We don't want to buy—
Right. I still— Thanks for all of— Is your child feeling...
Thank you for your concern, Fremine. His condition is fairly stable. The family doctor said we might be...
Surya, Fremine, we're here!
Seems like everyone's arrived.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? Hey, Thel? Whoa! Thelxie's got himself a sword and a shield now!
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Thelxie looks more formidable than ever.
We helped too!
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was high. Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials.
Seems like everything's ready to go.
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thelxie has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may all...
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
Why don't we use the story we know as a...
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace them with happier stuff? Sounds great to Paimon.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work. Now, as far as the actual content of...
Let me think.
Okay, I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Thelxie's got some friends by...
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else? Color. Ah, color, yes, that's real. Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful. Splendid ideas, everyone.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Thelxie most of all.
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you...
I'm sure he is, Zuria. And the...
That's right! Paimon...
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Thelxie's fantastic. Look! Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack for finding the best materials.
Whoa! So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind that Paimon... Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just...
I'm sorry. I was hoping to put up some decoration.
Whoa, someone's already switched into fantasy mode.
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Ahem.
We are the companions.
Oh,
Huh?
not at all! This is... So please accept the goddess's reward. And as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow...
My gratitude to your divine highness for such...
Me too.
Ahem. Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They're called... Hilly Churls of the Deep.
Burn!
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your Highness, please show them what you're made of.
As you wish, me, Fräulein. Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Let the magic begin!
Straight forth! Commencing cleanup! Getting gear! Pair! Getting gear! Pair!
We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His Highness is so strong now that even a Diviniture of the deep would pose no threat to him.
Day's reckoning! Frost is coming! Pair! Frost is coming! Pair! Getting gear!
Step on up!
Propagate! Time for retribution!
Cue the spotlight!
As you wish, me, Fräulein. No rest for the wicked.
By royal decree!
Scatter!
It's finally over. So have we defeated the evil
Yes, it should now be time. It was my mistake. I should have told Fremine earlier that we would also...
It's all because the Traveler and...
It's okay, Zuria.
Then I must thank all of you again for taking...
thelxie's turning out to be a real expert at fighting.
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for...
We can add an update to thelxie's fantastic adventure. Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book. Hey, you didn't have to see it out.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. Then in that, after overcoming many obstacles, Prince thelxie and his brave companions, at this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions...
Oh no, the crown...
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but The monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up and are sure to return.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all. Whoa, the pages are...
Thank you, everyone, my child. You'll all...
I'm sure he will, Zuria. Who knows?
I sure hope so, Your Divine.
Please don't worry. What?
Then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, and see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
Alright, it's about time we start heading off too.
Yeah. I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown.
Yeah, Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea.
Well...
Because...
It's because...
what's the matter? And what's with that look on your face?
Am I turning red?
Alright.
Okay. Thank you. I hope that everyone who's...
Hey, Fremine! thelxie!
Hello, Paimon. Hello,
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here and...
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so glad.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche?
What could have happened? That water imp thelxie, of course.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just...
Oh, sorry.
Huh? Fremine diving? No, that's not what I was told. Is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch. 100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8.
Wait, let's go to Stray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left...
It can't be, right? Let's go Destray? Zuria Destray?
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on...
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're...
Excuse us,
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent.
This is the residence of Zuria Destri, and I am Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your...
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us her...
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... Well, the young... Oh... So, when she had...
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrolled...
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything.
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate.
Then, all the other things that she...
No, those were all real. Although, they were all things that happened before.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for...
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she...
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be...
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating... What should we do? I need to think. I need... Dr. Jala Khan, have you seen a picture book?
Are you thinking about trying the guidance?
Yes, this is it. That's right. If what Dr. Jala Khan said was true, the past few days, we need to show her that her child has found a happy ending.
But wouldn't that just make it...
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and...
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use thelxie's fantastic adventures to save her son. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. Maybe there's no time to waste.
Strike a pose!
Have a safe trip.
A moment, please.
Let the world come alive!
Get a little chilly. Have a seat.
Let my name echo in song!
Let's begin. It's going to get a little chilly. Have a safe trip.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Away now. It's going to get a little chilly.
Let my name echo in song!
Bow your head. Have a safe trip.
We're here again. This is the final part of thelxie's journey, but
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us?
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should... And then she'll be able to recover, right, everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she...
Oh! Be careful, brave adventurers! Here come the evil monsters that stole the crown! There! These Cyclops! Let's beat them up!
You wish me, Fräulein.
Animal test 6301.
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's no need to fear! Prince thelxie looks stronger than ever today! He must be going all out!
Frost is coming! Oh! Frost is coming! Get in here! Settle down!
Swirl, Mark 2! Stand clear!
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise.
But, Madame,
Don't try to stop me.
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just...
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient?
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule.
Zuria!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place because we felt.
Wonderful, how wonderful! thelxie, my child, are you...
And the last page of the picture book. It's.
Right, the picture book.
Don't worry, thelxie and his friends all know what should go on it.
Okay.
At last, thelxie and his...
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he.
Moved by everyone's happiness, Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically...
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the Zuria walked across the.
That's the end of this...
Thank you. I am so sorry, my child.
What's happening? Is Zuria talking to...
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with thelxie's outputs.
Maman.
But I love you more, Maman.
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy.
Of course, my...
Thank you, Maman. I won't forget, Maman. Good night, Maman.
Traveler, Paimon.
Fremine! Why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zuria?
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color, she said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit. Of course, thelxie's
That's wonderful!
Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it.
But this is her son's story, right?
Don't worry, it's just a copy. She still has the original.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important.
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on thelxie's head, she also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some
Oh, really?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant us these powers that we...
But what else can it...
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the one... You saw it too.
That can't be what happened, right?
Yes. I suppose that would... I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be...